One of the most famous fathers in all of Scripture is the father of the prodigal son. In the story, the parable that Jesus told about the prodigal son and his brother. And so this morning, I share with you from the Spark Children's Story Bible, the story of the prodigal son. And it goes like this. Jesus spent time with all sorts of people, even people who had done bad things. This made some people mad. Why is Jesus always around people who do bad things? They grumbled. Jesus heard them, so he told them a story. A man had 2 sons. The younger son, who was a bit wild and crazy, came to his father and said, "Dad, I want to get away from here. I want my money." Now, this made his father sad, but he split his money and gave his son the part that was his. The younger son packed his bag and headed far away from home. The son traveled to a faraway country and spent all his money on fancy parties and food. Soon he had no money and no place to stay. Now, lucky for him, he found a man who let him sleep in his barn if the son would feed the pigs. "What am I thinking?" the son said to himself as he fed the pigs. "The men who work for my father have more than enough to eat, and here I am starving to death. I'll go home and I'll say to my father, 'Dad, I made a big mistake. I'm not good enough to be your son, but would you let me work for you?'" And so the son went home. While the son was still far away from his house, his father saw him. And the father ran and threw his arms around him. The father put a ring on his son's finger and shoes on his feet and ordered a big party to be thrown for him. The older son saw his father's servants preparing for the party and asked, "What's going on?" "Your brother is home," said a servant, "and your father is having a party." This made the older brother very angry at the father. "I've always done what's right," he said to his father. "I've worked hard for you, but you never gave me a party. Now my brother comes home after wasting all your money. Why are you throwing him a party?" "My son, you've always been with me, but your brother left and now he's come back." And then the people understood. Jesus spent time with those people because even though they had done bad things, they decided to change their lives and live like God wanted. This made Jesus so happy. The prodigal's father. What kind of love is that? The love of a father that would welcome his son home, even though he had left and done so many awful things. I was thinking about this story in terms of fathers and a father's love. So we recognize this morning that not all earthly fathers have been loving and kind and present and good, but many, maybe most, have.